Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus again. How having nothing is the most beneficial of all. I had said I wouldn't be making any more posts, but sometimes something hit me and it gets so clear and simple till it pushes me. It has me wanting to share it with you because it might be good for you too. How having nothing is the most beneficial of all. You see, I talk to you in a sense different than the normal way, the way that being intelligent based upon your education, based upon the reality of your world and how it shaped and formed and operates. When it comes down to stuff like that, trying to make a statement relative, whatever I say would kind of sound foolish because mine is not based upon education per se, the worldly education, the public school education or the private school education. Mine is not based upon that. Mine is based upon a spirit of something inside of me that speaks to me beyond measure. And it is as plain as day to me. I have recognized, and even before I recognized it, I understood that the things that were important and essential for my survival, for all human beings, they had to have the same things, or they were going to die. So I figured some power, whatever, put us here, and so if we want to survive, we got to have that. And out of all the reasons that man or I could come up with about how each of us could have that, the most simplest form that I could come up with was that each of us have a desire, something that we are special about, something that we hold our chest up. And the doors are open. And every last one of us can go into a career of our own choosing. Knowing that any career that you choose basically is connected one to another in such a way that the outcome is the production of all the goods and services that we the people could ever imagine we need. All of our essentials for survival are met: food, clothing, shelter, education, health care. All of that's met. And we're not just limited to that. We can still continue to go to Mars and it won't cost us a thing, just like this other stuff I just mentioned didn't cost a penny. But that's the simplest form. Now I know that if I walked around day to day in the society the way that you do, in other words, depending upon society and the way of the world to survive, and I do, I just don't go at it the way you do. You rest on the money, and you're not getting that money unless you work. And they got laws set up so if you try to get it without working, you can pay a penalty. Yet and still, that system is set up in such a way that you can be hungry, have nothing, no place to live, no health care. The system can do that. See, so to me, in order to recognize that problem, in order to fix it, you got to make sure that you can't go around it. You got to go straight with it. See, for instance, you want to go to the doctor, or you want to get your dental care. Let's say dental care. That stuff is very expensive. You want to get it. So you got a good job or insurance. So you go down there and take care of that. You come back, another person doesn't have a good job like that, doesn't have that health care, that dental care. Go there and find out it costs so much money. Next thing you know, walking around all teeth falling out. That's the result of a system that allows these two things to happen. And people see it as normal. But now what I do, I don't have any money. That means that anything I get, somebody's giving it to me. But let me tell you the sad statement about it that you're probably thinking of. To do that with no other direction and purpose, you're doing the same thing as the people that I just talked about. You're still using money. You just, while some out there working for it, you just using another technique. But here's the thing that captures it all, ladies and gentlemen, for that part that you don't see, is if you don't have anything, you know what it's like for people who don't have anything. Well, you don't have anything. You know what it means when people who got something, who sit up and talk about love and something special and ain't doing nothing to eradicate the problem of your life. You know there's hypocrisy. You know it doesn't mean a thing. And when you find the people who do have a lot of money and they decide that they want to give out some charity, some philanthropic gestures, some turkeys, some food baskets, that's an expression of their love. Well, what kind of love is that? That love ain't getting you all the education you need, all the health care you need, the house, clothing. No. So, to me, that stuff that they doing don't make any sense. And I justify it to myself. Bold enough for me to stand up and tell it to you is because I know all the resources of the earth belong to somebody other than me and all of you people. I don't care whose name is on it. It does not belong to you. You know, have you ever made something and somebody came and stole it when you weren't looking and went put their name on it? It still wasn't theirs. It was yours. It was yours. So the earth and all of the resources that's in the earth, stuff that we use, stuff that, whether it's on the earth, in the earth, above the earth, whether it's seen or unseen, but we use it. We use it to make our food. We use it to make our living facilities. We use it to make our TVs. We use it to make our shoes. We use it to dance and sing. We use it for all of those different kinds of things. But we do it for one another. And when we do it, it is in such an abundance that being a lamp on a hill is nothing for us. We shine like the Son of God. And the world gets a touch of the sun sometimes. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm saying. It is having nothing can be the greatest blessing of all. Because you know the fake. You know the fake. Because if it was done right, everybody would have what it is that brings them peace, prosperity, and joy. And that would include you. And it would be no lying, no cheating, no stealing, no killing, no money, no jails, no prisons. No. You think about that, ladies and gentlemen. You think about that. All the money you're trying to get is pushing you further and further and further away from the truth. Because the more money you get, the more faith you put in that money. You go stone crazy if something happens. And what I'm telling you right now, what I've been saying, what sounds so wonderful, it really means that your dollars, whether they are singles or thousands or millions or billions, won't mean anything. Not a doggone thing. But the absence of that money doesn't take away from you any of your life's ambitions. They are still there for you, on and on. All you have to do is go and get it. Go and do it. But your number one thing, I'll tell you right now, will be your career that you've chosen. Because in you're the master. And all of the world is at your disposal. Bye-bye.